G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is the Kalash. This is basically an AK weapon before the Nuka World handmade rifle didn't exist, because I looked at the date of this thing being published. It was published in early April 2016 when Nuka World came out at August of 2016. So yeah, before Nuka World, this thing was everyone's go-to assault rifle. As such, it uses vanilla animations. It uses a submachine gun animations, and I've installed the grab that damn mag mod, which makes the reload animation a little less clipping. But we'll go ahead and get into these attachments. Now, first of all, we're going to make this one our automatic variant there, and you can also have a semi-auto variant there with the advanced receiver there. This thing uses assault rifle sounds as stock, so I've just got a mod that also replaces that. Now for the barrels, as a stub barrel, you can have this looking a little bit more like an AK-74U type thing. A medium barrel, extend that out to a little bit more like your standard sort of AK thing. The standard barrel is a little bit short, and a long barrel will look a little bit more like your standard RPK type weapons there, so we'll definitely do that. We're going to make it RPK first, why the hell not? Now for the stock, you've got a whole range of stocks here, including no stock at all. A lightweight stock, which is good for your smaller AK weapons like the AK-74U. Standard stock is what I've got on now, and then you've got the marksman stock, which looks a little bit different, and then the recoil compensating stock, which looks more like classic AK stock there with a completely wood finish there. And we'll go for a sniper stock there because that makes it look sort of like a RPK there. And for the magazine, we're going to want to put something big in the RPK to make it a LMG type thing. And so a double drum mag is probably overcompensating for something, but yeah, that'll be good for ammo capacity. And for the sights here, there's actually got a pretty good range of sights here. So there's a combat scope for 4x, 8x, and 2.5x, which is pretty good. So that's a nice see-through scope there. I'm wondering if that actually comes in as is regarded as a scope. We'll attach that one, by the way. And if we could use that with the sniper perk on a semi-automatic one of these. So yeah, we'll chuck on the reflex sight at 1.5x now. I feel like that should be good enough. And of course, we're always going to chuck a suppressor on our weapon there because obviously it's hugely beneficial. So yeah, of legendary effect is there. If you want it, we're not going to take it because we can increase the damage other ways. So right now we've got the standard 5.56 rounds. You can increase that to 308s and have a different range of bullets that would be 5.56. So armor piercing, probably just ignore some of your armor. Full metal jacket is good against armored targets, listed here, and hollow point is good against softer targets, listed here. Now you can also put 50 BMGs in this, which you'd think would increase the recoil by a bit, but it really doesn't. So that's actually kind of viable to use the 50 cals in there, just a little bit harder to get in game obviously. And of course there's even more bits for the 308s there, doing basically the same thing. And you've got armor piercing incendiary rounds, which is pretty decent, some explosive, incendiary, plasma infused, some extra legendary effects if your legendary effects before didn't do it for you, so you could attach on 2 plasma infused if you like. And as you can tell, there are so many different types of rounds here, but we're going to keep this nice and tame using the 50 caliber rounds, which I guess that's an oxymoron sort of quote there. But yeah, this is our RPK. We're going to create a few others and we'll take them into Gunner Plaza. Okay, so here we are outside of Gunner Plaza Immersive, and here's our Kalav in first person here. As you can tell, it's basically an AK with a charging handle on the wrong side there, so I guess calling it an AK would be false. But anyways, here's what we look like in third person with this. The animations line up pretty well, and Bridget's got a new hairstyle. This is from Commonwealth Cuts, the same one we had on Winter yesterday, and I imagine this is what Bridget would look like if she let her hair grow out a little bit. Notice how there's extra hair on the top and less on the sides, like the vanilla one that I use for her, so that's kind of neat. Anyways, so first of all, we've got to kill these blood bugs, because these guys like to interrupt my sneak attack criticals, so I'm not going to have these bastards around ruining my fight. Now, for some reason, I had a glitch before that would actually make this thing fire a lot faster than what I had it going in the attachments section, but for some reason that's subsided now. All it took was a reload, but yeah, I thought it was due to the sound mod going in, which I had to go ahead and download again because the thing was too quiet, but whatever. Anyways, we'll get stuck into some of these gunners here. We'll do short controlled bursts just to make sure the recoil doesn't get the better of us here. And as you can tell, that's working pretty well for us at this point. We're lining up these gunners pretty well, and now we are in danger. But as you can tell, even though we are in danger, we're still getting quite a lot of shots on target going full auto there. This thing isn't really a thing you can go full auto with, which is nice for realism, but in terms of DPS is going to let you down a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and use some VATS magic here. We'll just go one for you. Should I be worried about that? That's a missile in slow motion. I rarely see that. That's interesting. Okay, let's get some gun through happening. Looks like 4 is exactly what we're gonna get. That sucked, by the way. Learn to aim, Captain Bridget. Goddamn. Okay, so we're a little bit outmatched right now. I'm gonna tactically retreat a little bit, and we'll pull out our sniper one here with a combat scope. Oh god, it's raining again. This is what always happens down this end of the map. Alright, so as you can tell, this thing is a little bit on the plasma infused side, which is pretty great. And I'm regretting not putting a regular scope on this because, as you can tell, whenever you fire, the gun sort of kicks up in your face like that, and you lose your target. And if you try to focus too much, it'll probably give you a seizure. We'll aim in third person instead. He got those sneak attack crits back for a second, but it wasn't for very long. So it looks like this thing probably isn't the way to run this gun at all. Maybe if I was using an actual scope on this weapon, I'd have a little bit more use out of this. But whatever, we'll switch back to our automatic one and start gunning down these raiders as easy as that. Gratuitous sneak attack critical is what I do. If you saw my 5-7 video yesterday, you know how overpowered sneak can be. But unlike Winter, Captain Bridget doesn't have the shadowed little bits of leather on her. I'm pretty sure I just left them as normal because, yeah, that's just how I've built Captain Bridget. I didn't alter the arm and leg armors to actually have the shadowed thing on. So, the visual recoil on this thing does like to get on top of you a lot, but I think that's why I was bursting before. That seems to be the best course of action. We'll go for a little bit of hip fire here and get detected right away, but that's okay. We've thinned out most of the gunner's numbers by now, so all we need to do is to deal with these guys over here, which they're shooting at something else, so I'll take this opportunity to quickly dink you in the head there, and we'll fire into these bushes here and see what we can get. A couple of sneak attack criticals, very good. We get detected by these two clones here, so we'll go ahead and hip fire them at very close range. And as you can tell, these brigadiers go down pretty fast to this weapon, so yeah. If you haven't actually got the Nuka World DLC, then this is a pretty good, replacement or a substitute for the, you're not dead yet, that's great. Yeah, substitute for the Nuka World handmade rifle, which is kind of interesting. We'll pop another crit in your face. Okay, the 2 bullets came in super late, but we got them at least, and only one of them was a sneak attack crit, which is a shame, but whatever. Okay, we'll switch back over to our semi-automatic one, and it doesn't look like this is counted as an actual scope because to this moment I haven't actually got any knockdowns there. So yeah, I'm not entirely convinced by this see-through scope business. I feel like this is zooming in way too much to be useful to you. So yeah, again, this is another reason why they made the scopes go into like a TV mode where you view through a different thing, because the recoil animations do get in your way when it comes to firing. Yes. I'm having real trouble hitting my targets like this properly, and it's probably because I'm either losing them too much, or they're staggering around, or just I've just got a poor aim on me. Probably a mixture of the three, but we're cutting through these gunners reasonably fast there. No point on using the semi-automatic one at this range. We'll go ahead and kill that guy. And unfortunately he shot us too much there, so we came in and nerd rage at the wrong time there. But yes, even more damage on you. You can just stagger behind a bush, I don't care. Alright, so we kill that guy. That should get us over 20% health again, ready to nerd rage next time we get shot, which is great. Nice having that little bit of health regen attached to nerd rage there, because you can actually chain it up pretty good if you time it right, which is probably one of the things that they intended to do. Maybe if you had a really flimsy 10 intelligence character, you're supposed to go into nerd rage all the time. Ooh, that was some good extra damage on that gunner there. Okay, what have we got? a basic gunner. I'm not even gonna I'm just gonna hip fire at you. That'll probably kill you. And those gunners don't want to come out to play. That's kind of annoying. I'd like to have a clean sweep and kill everyone around here. But whatever. We'll quickly open this.
That's it.
And mow down a lot of these guys. That's a cheeky little level up there, so no more nerd rage for us. But we've got all our health back, so we can quickly finish off what these gunners can throw at us, which is a grenade. But it wasn't a grenade, it sort of disappeared as I started shooting at her. Okay, come on, show yourself. There you are. Okay, now who's the rooftop camper? It's the other gunner that you may have heard of. Captain Bridget, who's still a gunner despite slaughtering gunners on multiple occasions. And the reason that is because she leaves no witnesses. So, to keep true to that word, I'm gonna have to kill every single gunner. Gunner commander left, he's the only one left. No witnesses, you won't tell your superiors. There's going to be not a lot of gunners left when Captain Bridget's done with this killing spree. But there you have it, that was the Kalash. Yeah, really, it's not. Why wouldn't you call it a collision, like short for Kalashnikov? It's Kalash. I'm not really sure. Be quiet, phone. Anyways, that was that in Immersive Gunners Plaza. There is something gets in my eye. That was very uncomfortable. And yeah, not an entirely great weapon. I definitely would have preferred the Nuka World DLC there. We'll take this one into Gunners Plaza and we'll shoot people. Okay, no use on running around with suppressor in close quarters because we'll get detected. Anyway, let's just go ahead with an automatic gun, loud and proud, with the explosive effect because it's been a while since I've done any explosive weapons, right? Anyways, we'll go ahead and just clean up these gunners nice and easily. As you can tell, the sounds for this gun aren't all that impressive unsuppressed either, so yeah. Better than the assault rifle sounds of the vanilla game? Probably not, but a change. Something fresh, I guess, although I'm recognizing this sound from the Scar H there. So yeah, not entirely original, but we'll move on anyways. Now I've only put the 30 round mag here to make this thing look most like the AK as possible with having the charging handle on that side. Since the submachine gun doesn't move its charging handle while firing, I'm pretty sure it does. This one doesn't either. Maybe the... Oh, hang on, it does. I'm just being an idiot there. It doesn't look like it does in first person. When you aim down sight, it doesn't move. That's kind of strange. I wonder why it doesn't do that. That may be a quirk of the vanilla game there, just rearing its ugly head in mod form there, so nothing to blame Doombase for that. Anyways, hello me, meet the real me. See, the real me has different hair and slightly different attire. That's a synth anyway, so they're evil and they need to be shot anyways. Okay, we'll quickly finish off old mate in here. As you can tell, grab that damn mag is making the reload animation a little bit awkward, but at least it's not clipping, so that's a compromise I'm willing to take. And that's a lot of explosions. I think this explosive on your weapons, it actually reduces your ballistic damage a little bit, so it's not the same as I would be getting if I was to have a regular explosive legendary effect on this, but it's basically the same thing. They would have taken the legendary effect of explosive and made a different crafting thing for it and just made the damage multiplier go a little bit down, so that's probably what they did there. That's all speculative. I would have to open creation kit to do that, but I don't have to open the creation kit to tell you that this AK with the explosive thing, yeah, it's a kick-ass weapon. It's a lot of fun to use, but again, I'd still prefer my Nuka World handmade rifle there because it seems a little bit more, I don't know, Fallout-y, I guess. It's all cobbled together sort of handmade type thing, and it suits the raiders very well. It's very nice for the feel of Fallout in general. Okay, we'll move on to something else. We'll kill a big monster. Okay, so it's time to face the Wendigo again, and okay, he's taking out some bugs, so why not have a look at this weapon, face the sunlight or whatever's left of it, and here we go. That's what we look like in third person. There's a little bit of a look at the hair too. That's pretty nice. Oh good, the blood bug has actually dragged the Wendigo over to us, which will totally be a thing in Fallout 76. I can't wait to do raid boss against what's he called? The Wendigo. Yeah, this is like the closest I could get to the Wendigo in this game. I actually called him that because I was watching a oh damn, what's that game called with the Wendigo and all the teenagers and the cabins and the snow and everything? I forget the name, but someone in the comments will probably know. You probably know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I was watching a playthrough of that. I think I watched the two best friends play it. They pretty much blitzed the playthrough blind, which was great. But yeah, that actually got me kind of interested in the Wendigo there. And I looked it up on YouTube, heard a pretty good stories about it. There was the the horror commentators there like to fill you in about that. And there's the kill animation there. That was cheap. Thanks, Todd. I like how the attack animations or the finisher animations still happen, yet the ghoul's too big to actually make it work. So it looks just like he kneed us in the face and then we died. But yeah, that's a thing that happens. You don't see that a lot with vanilla game feral ghouls because usually they're too flimsy to actually do that unless you're super low level. Also, we are kicking this guy's ass with the sneak attack criticals now. Good thing we can get a cheeky stagger on him, as I say, as he charges me there. And we're also into nerd rage pretty much instantly there, which is lucky because he didn't instantly kill us this time, which was great. But yeah, some of the giant monsters do have the finishing animations like that. I remember being thrown in the air of one of my cut recordings of the giant Deathclaw dead and the glowing sea. It's kind of like the whole hang on, these blood bugs need to die, bastards. Yeah, it's kind of like the whole giant situation back in Skyrim where the dude would club you and you'd go flying in the air, but it happened with a Deathclaw throwing me so far in the air, which is actually kind of interesting. Maybe I should have left that in, but yeah, that was the Kalash against the Wendigo. As the game was Until Dawn, I remembered it. It's actually a pretty cool game, better than those Telltale trash games where, you know, your decisions don't actually mean anything until like the very last one. But here, look at all these stats where the players chose this instead of you. Maybe you should have done that. And replayability. Overpriced in my opinion, but yeah, I like the Batman Telltale one. That's actually pretty good. I think they fired some of the writers after the first season of The Walking Dead. That's why that kind of went bad. But yeah, enough of me talking about that game. I should be talking about Fallout 76 and speculating that, right? So if you'd like to see this weapon in your game, check out the description. There shall be a link. Also, Captain Bridget companion mod should be down there too. Thank you for watching, guys.